headline shows, and we're doing festival shows all over Europe. And we are in the midst of a 6.5 week tour here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy good, but crazy.
Yeah, you know what? It is crazy good, but crazy. People don't understand. It's killer and it's fun, but it is actually very, very tiring.
Yeah. Hi guys, it's Dave here from Metal Roos, and I have Stix from Steel Panther. How you going, mate?
Dave, I'm the best you can be.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. And you're in we just had a quick chat, but you're in Hanover, Germany?
Yeah, I'm in Hanover, Germany. We had a night off last night, which is very rare. But we played in Copenhagen the night before that at a festival called Copenhagen. So we
Yep.
got to do a little recuperating yesterday at the hotel, and I instead of just sitting around, I actually went and played golf, Dave.
Oh wow. You,
Yeah,
you, you,
I'm a golf junkie.
you are a golf junkie?
Oh, dude, I am a self-proclaimed golf addict.
Yeah, wow. We got
Yeah, I love it.
pretty good golf courses out here in Australia.
Uh, oh, I know. Where are you?
I'm in a place called Maitland, which is about 2 hours out of Sydney, so towards
Oh,
Newcastle.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I have some friends in Melbourne,
Yep.
and I think when we come down there, I'm going to be playing. I'm hoping to play Royal Melbourne and a couple other tracks out there, like top 100 tracks. So you guys definitely have some beautiful golf out there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So, how does it feel to be coming out here again? Because you guys have been out a fair few times now, really. Hey.
Yeah, I think we've been out somewhere between 6 and 8 times, which is quite a bit for a little band from Los Angeles. And
Yeah.
I honestly, dude, I am so stoked to come out to Australia. And if I wasn't, I would have just said this. Yeah, man, it'll be cool. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you guys, the Australian rock fans are just you're savages in the best way.
Yep.
You guys appreciate what we do. You get it, and everybody comes and nobody comes to our shows when we play in Australia. Everybody walks through that door and goes, "I'm throwing it down tonight," and it's like it's mayhem in the best way. So we're stoked to come play some of the new songs, some of the old songs, and just get our party on with Oz.
Yeah. Well, I think like we don't get as obviously as much as Europe and America, as in bigger bands. So I think when the bands do come out, people really, they want to, as you say, throw down. They're right into it. They're like, this doesn't happen all the time, so let's fucking get amongst it.
Dude, we feel it. We feel it. It's like this. Yeah, there's a sense of gratitude that a band, made the trip because it's a long trip. It's expensive and
Yeah,
all the things, right?
yeah, yeah.
But if you do it, I feel like, and this may not be a super funny, cool guy answer, but the truth is when you are touring, the idea is you don't do it so you lose money. You want to go try to make money.
Of
But when
course.
we made
Yeah,
this active decision to start playing in Australia, we're like, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna see what we can do. And it has turned into a place where we are fortunate enough to be able to come out there, play big enough places that it makes sense. And on top of that, it's fun for us. Like we actually really, really enjoy coming out. There's, as you know, it's beautiful, and the
yeah, yeah,
people are rad.
yeah, 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 yeah. Totally. How does it kind of remind you of home, like people wise? Are they fairly different
No,
or
you know what?
similar?
It's funny. It's funny that you asked that. So I'm born and raised in Southern California.
Yep.
When people ask me my favorite places to play, Australia's on the top three. No, no bullshit.
Yep.
And I tell them that Australia reminds me of what California was like 25 years ago, and I
Okay.
mean
Yeah.
that in the best way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's chill. It's it's not as like it's just behind and I wish
In an
California
endearing
was.
way.
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah.
I wish California was what it was 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going to Australia, whether Melbourne feels more like uh, New York, Sydney feels more like LA, but it
Yep.
still feels like home, and just the vibe is Australia is very very similar to where I grew up, and
Okay.
it
Yeah.
feels that way, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, we kind of say here, like, and I guess this is more of a derogatory thing, but we'll, when things are behind and we don't get as much touring and stuff like that, it's a little bit different at the moment. But we always say, oh, we're 20 years behind America, and in a
Mm-hmm.
derogatory kind of way. But then there's definitely that upside where it's like, well, it's like America 20 years ago, so it's not
Dude,
all bad.
it's funny. I hear that and I am jealous.
Yeah,
Not even kidding.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's awesome. It's so funny perspective, because I hear that and I go, man, what a great time, and which makes me want to come back to Australia even more. It's funny.
yeah, yeah. So, what's your favorite city? What do you love playing? You've got friends in Melbourne, so that probably will fall under there. But
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying this because it's the politically correct answer, but like the out of the five major cities we play, or you're basically five major cities,
yep,
they all have something different. Perth is obviously clearly remote, but
yep,
the beauty in Perth is very specific to Perth. And
it
then
is.
when we go to Melbourne, I like the city vibe, and I do have the friends there. And I mean, I've got friends everywhere. Adelaide is one of those places though that I got to say, and I'm excited to come back, but it always feels like the Wild West to me. It's
It
like
is a little bit.
it it feels that way, and it's like I got to keep my head on a swivel in Australia because I never know who's going to come around the corner. I was in Adelaide one year on Soundwave Festival. I turned a corner, and you know who Bam Margera is?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
him?
yeah.
I saw a dude run up to Bam Margera and knock him the fuck out. He laid him out, and I was like, oh, okay, is this Adelaide? So I mean, every place has its killer qualities. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every place in the world has the good, and it also has
And the
the bad.
bad,
So
yeah, yeah, of course.
yeah, but we're gonna come. We're coming out there with the specific goal of just coming and killing it for you guys.
Yeah, cool. What's your favorite song to perform live?
Mm, well, I think, obviously Weenie Ride for me because I play piano and that's different because I play drums the entire show. And so
Yep,
it's something special for me to get to do. But
yep,
on drums, I think, 17 girls in a row,
yep,
because we get the girls up and
yeah,
there's a
yep,
lot of boobs flying.
yep. And that's never
Yeah.
bad.
No one ever is mad at that.
Nah.
No. So that's one of those songs where everybody's like, okay, let's go. And the other night we were in Austria at Nova Rock, and I can't tell you the amount of boobs that were on stage. It was memory city.
Your life sounds awful.
it's 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 tough, I got to be out here
Tough
and
being
play
you.
killers. I got to see boobs. I got to play killer music, and I got to see the world, Dave. It's
Yeah.
hard out here.
All right. So heading over to kind of songwriting process. How do you guys how does that happen for you? Does it happen pretty old school way, like in a band room and jamming it out, or is it all kind of brought into sent via
No,
email these days, or?
well, so Satchel is our main songwriter. When you got a guy like Satchel in your band who plays the guitar the way he does, and he's like genetically engineered to write 80s style heavy metal riffs, and
Yeah.
he's incredibly talented and gifted. So he kind of, when we're on the road, everybody's throwing ideas out as far as like, hey, someone says something funny, we start writing stuff down.
Yeah.
And then generally what will happen is he'll sketch out a verse and a chorus, or sometimes he'll have half a song or a whole song. And then he'll generally bring it to me next.
Yeah.
And because, he and I are kind of simpatico in the music department.
Yeah.
And if it's something that I go, oh, dude, yeah, let's roll, he'll get fired up, and then once we decide what we want to do on a record, then we go into a pre-production situation where we work out the little details so we don't spend the time and money in the studio.
Yeah.
But we'll go do pre-production at rehearsal studios. But we play so much on the road that we don't rehearse and we don't get in a band room because
There's no time.
we no, there's no time and it's
Yeah.
not necessary. And like you
Yeah.
said with email, we can do ideas at home, just flip something over to the other guy and go, hey dude, or he'll throw me an idea and he'll go, hey, what are you hearing on drums for this? And that's kind of how it goes generally. I mean, obviously there's variations, but that's the general vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think it's the way most bands are working, especially touring bands. It's there's logistical nightmares, I guess, for bands, but and that's one of them is you just can't do it like the old school days, you know?
No, I mean, when we when I was young, you lived near the guys you played with, and as we get older, we move different places,
Yeah.
and like Satchel lives out in Vegas, I live out in LA, and so it's like to get together is like, okay, well, somebody's got to hop a flight or make a 4 hour drive.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
we just throw ideas back and forth, and then when it's time to do a record, or when I say that, we fortunately we are our own record company, and we're like the biggest DIY band ever. We're the merch company. We do
Yeah.
it all,
Oh, really?
and yeah, we do. So we manage our band.
Yep.
I have guys who are specialists. Like I have a merch guy who works with us,
Yep.
and then I have a guy who, I have a touring guy who's, does all the logistics. So, but we oversee it all. We don't have a management company. We don't have a merch company. We do it all, man.
Yeah, that's pretty aspiring actually from a musician myself. I've toured as well, but not to the scale, but that's actually really aspiring for me to hear anyway.
Oh, dude, I cannot express how much value there is in knowing your business and doing it yourself. Look, when we got rid of management in 2017 and I decided to take it on, I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I know that I don't know everything, but I know people who know, specialists who know things about this lane and that lane and this lane. So if as long as you know that you don't know everything, you can find the answers, and it's done wonders for our business, our bottom line.
Yeah, as long as you're willing to learn, and that's kind
Yeah,
of all there is to it, eh?
yeah. If you're interested,
Yep.
you have to have somebody in the band who's interested and halfway, able to focus.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah, it's cool, man. We really are DIY. It's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So you guys are out from the 18th of October in Perth through to the 26th of October in Melbourne. I can't wait to see you. I'll get to see you in Sydney 23rd. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait.
Awesome.
You got
All
to come
right.
say hi.
I will. I will. Definitely.
Awesome,
Thanks.
dude.
Thanks heaps for your time, and hopefully the rest of the Europe tour you're doing goes well, and we'll see you in Australia.
I appreciate you, Dave. Take care. Thank you so much.
Cheers, buddy.
Okay, cheers. Bye.
Bye bye.